Hi friends, I'm Emily Fletcher and I'm here at our studio Ziva Meditation in New York City, and I'm really excited to dive down this meditation rabbit hole with you this morning. First of all, congratulations on doing this challenge. And second of all, if you've ever felt like a meditation failure, if you ever thought, well, I want to meditate, but I simply can't quiet my mind, I have really good news for you. The mind thinks involuntarily, just like the heart beats involuntarily. So trying to give your brain a command to shut up is as impactful as trying to give your heart a command to stop beating. It doesn't work. And yet this is the criteria by which most of us are judging ourselves as to whether or not we can meditate. So if you've tried to meditate and felt like a failure, you're not a failure. And I would argue that we meditate to get good at life, not to get good at meditation. So what I'm walking you through today is a breathing technique to help balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain. And then we're going to walk through a version of the 3 M's: mindfulness, meditation, and manifesting. Mindfulness to help with your stress in the now, meditation to get rid of your stress in the past, and manifesting to help with your dreams for the future. This is a version of the Ziva technique, what I teach here in our studio and in our online course called Ziva Online. So if you are interested in learning more, I'll give you some resources to do that afterwards, but you can always check me out at 𝘔𝘦𝘥𝘪𝘮𝘺𝑒𝑡𝑒𝑐𝑜𝑚. So to begin, I'd like for you to have a seat, ideally back supported, head free. You don't have to have any fancy fingers. You don't have to sit upright in a totally erect position. Just comfort is key here. Okay, this is like the lazy man's meditation. So take everything you've ever heard about meditation and throw it out the window and just see what happens. You don't have to clear your mind or focus or concentrate. You're going to have thoughts during this experience. I'm more interested in how you feel and perform in the rest of your day than exactly what happens during our time together. So to begin, we're going to start with something called balancing breath. So take your right hand, ideally your thumb and your ring finger. It's going to look kind of silly, but just bear with me. So thumb and ring finger, you can use your pinky if ring finger is hard for you, but close your right nostril with your thumb and exhale through your left nostril. Really good. Inhale through the left. And then close your left nostril with your ring finger and exhale through the right. Really good. Inhale through the right. Big, delicious inhale right into your belly. When you get to the top of that inhale, take one more sip of air. And then switching sides, closing your right nostril with your thumb and just letting that air fall out of the nostrils all the way to empty. And when you get to the bottom of that exhale, just floating there in that space between. And then allowing that breath to fall back into the lungs all the way to full till you get to the top of the inhale. One more sip of air. And then switching sides, exhaling through the right. You can go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already. And on this inhale, imagining this breath and energy coming in through the base of the spine. As you fill your lungs, imagining this breath and energy traveling up the spine. And as you switch sides, imagine sending that breath and energy right out through the middle of your forehead, out into your day, into your life, into everything you want to create. Really good. And one final time on your own, inhaling, imagining that breath coming in through the base of the spine. When you get to the top of the inhale, switch sides and imagine sending that breath and energy out into the day, right through the middle of your forehead, into everything you want to create today. Really good. And when you come to the bottom of that exhale, you can keep your eyes closed and drop your hands into your lap. And now I invite you to pull the lens of your awareness back, like you have a camera lens, and instead of being in sharp single focus, we're going to pull it out to wide focus, panoramic focus. So we start to include everything that's going on around you inside of this experience. A lot of people assume that during meditation they should have no thoughts, they shouldn't be able to hear anything or see anything or think anything or feel anything, but that's not true. Your eardrums are still going to work just fine during this experience. So I invite you to hear all the sounds you can detect right now. The prevalence of my voice, the sound of any footsteps or air conditioners or traffic. And instead of judging these sounds as good sounds or bad sounds, instead, I invite you to notice the most prevalent sound and then mentally moving beyond that into the most subtle, including all of them inside of this sitting, inside of this experience. Really good. And now scanning your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet and asking the question, what's the most prevalent tactile sensation happening for me right here, right now? Can you feel the intensity of the weight of your body against the chair? Even if there's any pain happening in the body, a pain in your knee or a headache, instead of pretending that that's not there, instead of pushing against it or avoiding it, instead, bring your awareness right to the epicenter of the sensation. What is the most prevalent tactile sensation happening in my body right now? And now noticing the most subtle. So can you feel the intensity of the weight of your body against your chair? Any pain happening? Is your heart racing? And then noticing the subtlety of your clothes moving against your skin, or even the feeling of the breath as it enters and exits the nostrils. All the while your eyes are closed, which allows you to bring your attention inward. We start to turn our energy internal. We spend most of our lives eyes open, looking out. How can things fulfill me? And instead, we're going to use this time to access our own fulfillment internally so that we can start to ask the question, how can I deliver my fulfillment to my family, to my job, to my friends? And now one final time, noticing all the sounds you can detect and all the physical sensations happening in your body, and seeing if just for a moment can you hold both of those senses in your awareness at the same time. Hearing and feeling. Really good. And from this space of expanded awareness and acceptance, we can surrender into a short silent practice. Again, I want you to remember that thoughts are not the enemy here. You're allowed to have thoughts. Give yourself a very long mental leash. Give yourself permission to take mental field trips. And we're going to do something I call let it go. So as you inhale, you're gently thinking the word let. And as you exhale, you're gently thinking the word go. So on the inhale, it's let. And as you exhale, it's go. Feeling all of your muscles soften. With each exhale, you give your body permission to surrender. You don't have to control the timing or the tempo of your breathing, just letting this gentle intention to think the words let and go, let those line up with your innocent, simple breathing pattern. Let go. Breathing in the word let. Breathing out the word go. And on each cycle of breath, noticing your jaw softening, your shoulders dropping, your belly softening, your hips releasing, your feet spreading wide. Reminding yourself that you're exactly where you're meant to be. That you're even ahead of schedule. Reminding yourself that the present moment is the future in the making. So the more present you are right here, right now, the higher quality seeds you're planting for the future. So again, breathing in the word let. And breathing out the word go. You can do this in your own time, at your own tempo. If you notice that thoughts are coming in, that you're taking mental field trips, that's a-okay. If you feel like you're falling into a bit of a sleepy feeling, just give yourself permission to fall into that feeling. All the while, as these words let and go are anchoring you, de-exciting your nervous system, inducing this deep healing rest. All the while, you're allowed to hear sounds, you're allowed to think thoughts, and know that you have the words let go to come back to as an anchor, to ground yourself. You're doing great. So let's keep the eyes closed, but we'll let go of these words, let and go. Like we're cutting the cord to these two little anchors and allowing ourselves to bring our awareness back into the room, into the body. And from this space of groundedness, I invite you to think of 3 things that you're most grateful for in your life right now. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Someone in your life you're grateful for, something in your life that you're grateful for, the fact that you have food to eat, a place to sleep, people who love you. And from this space of groundedness and gratitude, imagine one way that you can contribute today. What's one thing you can do to bring a smile to someone in your family? What's one thing you could do today to make someone at your job a little happier? What's one special thing you could do for your kid or a stranger? Just get creative, have some fun with it, and imagine how much joy it brings you to imagine contributing to someone in your life today. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be outrageous. But letting your imagination wake up and then see what unfolds today. See if it doesn't give you a little bit more flow, a little bit more synchronicity, a bit more serendipity as we start to tune our attention to look for all the ways that we can contribute instead of all the ways that we're lacking. Our happiness always exists right here, right now. It's always inside of us. And as we commit to a daily meditation practice, we transition from being a bag of need looking to be fulfilled, and we start to turn ourselves into fulfillment looking for need. So my challenge to you today is to look for ways that you can contribute. And taking a big, delicious inhale, breathing in life and energy into every single cell in your body, giving yourself a big internal high five for committing to this practice, for committing to this challenge. And in your own time, start to move your hands, move your feet, bringing your awareness into the body, into the room. And whenever you're ready, we can start to slowly, gently open the eyes. All right, friends, high five, you did it. Bravo on completing today's challenge. Again, I'm Emily Fletcher. I'm the founder of Ziva Meditation, and I'm the author of a book called Stress Less, Accomplish More. You can get it on Amazon. I thought I had it near me, but I don't. Also, you can check out our online training. It's called Ziva Online. You can find that at zivameditation.com/online. And I wish you so much happiness, so much success. And our book is coming in hot. If you want to see what it looks like, here it is. It's Stress Less, Accomplish More, Meditation for Extraordinary Performance. Because I really do believe that we meditate to get good at life, not to get good at meditation. So again, if you've ever felt like a meditation failure, you're not. You probably just haven't been taught yet. So I would love to dive deeper down the rabbit hole with you, and I want to congratulate you on showing up for yourself. All right, goodbye, friends. Happy meditating.